start the stream by talking about everybody's first job.
Everybody's worst job. It's a team building activity. All right, everybody. Hello. We're back. Ready to roll some dice. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. Already done.
Rollsies.
Is that a 1? Off to a good start.
Just to get it out of the way.
Well, we'll see you guys next week. It was a good stream, but the dice still locked, so bye.
Should you show the stream your shirt?
Yeah. And can you tell us about it?
You stand up a little.
Can you be on camera like a normal person?
No.
Like
What normal people are on camera?
What is that creature? Did we fight it?
No, we didn't fight it.
Sorry.
It just watched you
In
smile,
the creepiest way
and watched you
possible.
guys walk by. You weren't there.
It seems like that thing that was screaming.
You were not there. You were there.
I was there.
It was in the Rift Dungeon before you died.
Okay.
It's in the drawer, but the frost giant's in the very, very back.
Yeah.
Well, my Twitch.
Oh, and it was in the.
It was
behind. It was behind
one
the
of the
wall.
facades.
Yes.
Like the
Oh, look at that!
He is scarier than
Memories are coming back.
and yeah, just
He's groovy.
smiled
He is
and watched
groovy.
you
He's
guys walk
groovy.
He's the
And
rat
so is
holder.
Josh.
The thing is like I like him, but I don't.
Are you talking about the monster or Josh?
The monster.
Fair.
Same.
I like Josh mostly.
by. Okay, so shall we get into the recap? I know it's been 2 weeks,
Yeah.
but somebody might remember
Oh,
and might
that was also
still
scary.
need inspiration.
I probably do need inspiration, but we
Let's
don't.
check.
Last time we didn't.
Were my
I
notes
have
We
it.
didn't do a lot in terms of story beats. So
Look at us.
It took a lot of notes.
Did you?
we came back right after slaying the purple worm. Gladys was unconscious but stable on
She's
the
thriving.
back of Gus. Or maybe Gus was cradling her.
Let's not forget
in
what
his
Gus
front
looked like.
hooves, I
It's
don't
great.
know.
It's great. It's a good look.
And now I'm imagining.
We
The
were
wrist
able
cradling
to take a short rest.
Yes.
Yes. And heal up Gladys and each other, and we were able to discuss what to do next. We agreed to go down the worm chute.
Wow.
The worm
Reading
tube.
my
Say
notes.
wormholes.
Yeah, the wormholes.
Worm tunnels.
Go through the wormholes.
Would you call it a shoot?
Yeah, shoot.
That's unfortunate.
Shoot.
The worm tunnels.
Worm den.
Worm dead.
The worm canals. And find the eggs and the wormlings and
Yeah.
exterminate the
And it only freaked out the two of you a little bit.
It was gross.
Oh yeah.
Finding all the
it
eggs.
was fine.
Cavern of smelly eggs.
Hated
Yeah.
it. Hated
So
every moment.
we smashed some wormlings, and then we found all the eggs, and they made
Burned them up, yeah.
great sounds. And then we had some fireballs that burned them all up. Gladys shot a fireball, which is still weird to me that a bard is casting fireball, but whatever.
Do you think that there's something we should look at for the rules?
No, no. I think it's not weird to me as in like I don't think that's right. It's weird to me that they came up with
Really
it.
went down that rabbit
That
hole.
they made a school for the or college for the bards that was like, yeah, you can
Any
just
2 spells?
yeah you
from
can,
any-
you can just blow shit up now, which is fine. That's fine. So we did that. There were some fried eggs and some scrambled eggs and some worms that made it out, and it was smoky, and we killed them.
And then it was really smelly.
And then it was it continued. It got smellier the whole time, I think.
Before you went into the tunnels, you harvested some very special.
We did get the.
Poison.
That's right. We got
One vial
the
of
poison.
superior healing science.
Poison.
The poison for Cusco. The poison is chosen especially to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison.
6.
It's session
We got 6
Session 50.
Yes.
purple worm poisons.
We did.
Yeah.
Your girl's
Plus their
immune.
teeth, scales, and
used-
stinger.
As well
You
as
used two of them, or one of them. No, you poisoned your blades as you went in.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
we dipped it in the excess. So we still have the vials of poison, as well as the trophies from the purple worm.
Does
The trophies.
Endymion remember how much each of those would be worth?
They
I'm
were worth a
sure.
lot.
I'm sure Gladys read that.
Wait. What trophies did we take from the purple ones?
We took like
Scales
teeth
and a
scales
stinger.
and a stinger.
I think I
right,
wrote that.
right, okay. I could not remember.
Yeah, I emptied my 2 oil flasks to fill with poison.
We extracted 6 doses of PW poison, purple worm.
You guys don't remember how much it's worth?
It was a lot.
I think
was
the
a lot.
most of any poison.
Like
is what it's worth.
20,000 each, I think.
That's
30,000 each? 30,000
I
each.
think it was 3. I'll have to
It's
look.
basically you,
Oh, it's
you
more than
sell
three
it and you
gold.
level up. It's weird. It's a weird system.
It's
2,000 per dose.
Which is that's a lot.
And how many doses do we have?
6. So we have 12,000.
Dolores.
6
Potential.
doses.
It's not-
What are we
No,
calling it?
Purple worm poison?
we yeah.
Secret poison? Special poison.
Mm.
Whatever, what is
It
any
is
of this
purple
hitting?
worm
Worm
poison.
juice.
Worm juice.
Okay,
Worm-
worm juice.
Worm
Oh.
squeezins.
Worm juice, and also
Worm
how much
Worm,
is that?
worm
worth?
squirts.
Oh,
Worm
purple-
squirts.
Purple
Gross.
stuff.
You
Purple,
lost me at
purple
squirts.
squirts. It makes
Oh, purple
sense.
squirts! I changed the name. That's right.
Purple death squirts.
Thank you, finally.
Purple squirts.
Somebody.
Gross.
Anyway,
Hated it.
so we did that, and that was basically all the action. We came back up. Gladys got Liamon's tiny hut out for us. We had a lot
One of the
dis-
coolest spells.
a
That
lot
was
of
pretty
discussion about the tiny hut. We spent a lot of time on talking
It was the
about
first time being used, so it's good to figure out the
Yeah.
the do's and do's.
Yes.
The
The
piece
horses
of
don't fit.
magic in Endymion's hand.
Yes,
Wild
and
magic.
then we had a discussion. We had a very civil conversation
About cutting my
about
other hand
how
off.
We're not doing
about
that.
how the stone needs to be removed and eliminated,
We're not doing that.
We don't
And-
all agree.
and we all agree.
We don't, though.
No, I'm doing the recap, so I get to decide. we all
It has been
agreed
2 weeks.
that it needs to happen and
That's why he
happen
volunteered.
soon, and we will do it in the easiest and most humane way possible. And we all agreed that it would
We
happen.
didn't.
after
agree.
your natural death.
And then also the prince
And
didn't answer.
people
when we called.
naturally die when swords go through their necks.
Ooh,
I'm
10
sorry,
o'clock,
what?
10 o'clock.
You
Yes,
guys hear that?
yes.
Prince.
Prince Ulverith did not answer.
Oh, you're right.
Which I am sure is because Lasagna did something weird to him.
Yeah, she's suspicious.
That Russell Stover bitch.
Sus as fuck.
Server bitch. Get it?
And what?
Yeah, I like
She's
it.
sus as fuck, I said.
She is that.
Don't be
I don't like it. I don't like her. I don't know why. She's just bad vibes.
She just wants the time to.
So there's a discussion about the gem, from or the shard of the stone of Praetori that's in Endymion's wrist,
Yes.
and then Endymion slept with one eye open. That
With
evening.
one eye open.
So he could watch me while I groomed him during the night.
Wow, Gyrus licks his blade.
I don't have a tongue.
The only reason I know those lyrics is because Richard Cheese had a cover of it. And I was like, yeah, this is a
Alright.
good jazz standard.
And then we were continuing on to Oversea.
We approached the gate.
We got to the gate and we.
Let's have
it
and that
looks
was the end
fine.
of the session. Yeah, the city is not currently leveled.
But the guards were wearing their own armor,
They were
not
wearing
the
their own.
city.
We were impressed by the conditions.
You can't really.
Everything looked okay, right?
I mean, it looks
the outside.
From the
On
outside,
the outside, looks fine.
From
the,
the
the
outside.
buildings that you can see over the walls are still standing. Let's just say that. It sounds like maybe there needs to be a recap of why you're going to Oversea.
Because the prince.
Taking
No, the prince told us to bring Gladys. And also infiltrate and find out what's the Happy Haps. Like, whoa, how are they operating?
What's the happy haps?
Yeah, that's what Prince
Like-
Ulver said.
Because
Yeah.
Henrietta wants to take it back.
Henrietta
'Cause she's
does
the-
want
now the
to
rightful
reclaim. She is.
Oh,
according
right.
to
I
that,
use rightful loosely.
Self-declared
the-
rightful.
by the old rules, yes. So they want us to figure out what's going on, what kind of structure they have in place, how they're operating, and report back.
Why don't we take a moment, let's say leading up to the gate here, for you guys to have a little chat about like what's our plan? How's everybody feeling about Henrietta's goal? I mean, do you guys know how each other is feeling about any of this stuff? Do you have a plan for going in here? Let's just take a moment for you guys to
Plan.
chat,
I thought our plan was just
Talking-
like wing it.
talk amongst yourselves.
like always.
Like always. We're so good at that.
Well, let's not.
Swing it.
I'm just saying, we might want to be a little careful with who we are associated with.
What do you mean?
Embers.
Because you
Only
still have
one
the
of us is an
The
ember.
deposed former monarch, ruler. Not-
So
not
what?
monarch,
What
but,
is?
King Heidel die.
What is the situation? Like,
he
what
was
would
on
we
Jersey
know?
Shore.
Thank you. So who's currently in charge of Alberty? Do
We
we
don't
That's
know.
what,
what
like,
we're going to find out.
we don't know anything. We just know it used to be Henrietta. Now
The
it's not
thing
anymore.
Well, it used to be Henrietta.
It used to be
dad.
King Heidel die.
Yeah, and then it was like a whole thing, and then there was like a revolution type situation.
The city was beginning to grow in flames as you guys were like,
and we were like, we
bum-
outies.
bum- bum-
We
have
were
o-
already
we have
planning.
other things to do.
We had all.
That seems like a whole thing.
We had already crossed off all of the quests on our quest log for.
You found out that
Albercy.
the plants
That's
were alive.
We went and took out. It was so how are plants alive? It makes no sense.
Big issue.
Plants are alive.
Yeah.
Please help.
So
Wait, what did you do to the live plants?
Nothing. We were
they
like,
were
yay?
the corrupted plants
Yes.
that were abominations of nature.
Mm.
We eliminated, and definitely none of us burned any more.
Wait,
would be
what did we
necessary
do?
Fireball.
There were twin.
Crop.
Oh yeah,
Twin
we
blights
did not.
Whatever, yeah.
We
We
handled it.
all of us did not burn things.
There was no
True, yeah.
burning. I don't know why we're. What was the question? Why are we? What are we?
We're talking
Who
about-
are we?
Just
It was a
chatting.
farm
The original
anyway,
question?
so how natural is a farm? Anyway, we didn't. There was a revolution, and that's as much as we know.
And if we see a tiefling bookkeeper,
We don't know him. What tiefling bookkeeper?
I will pull it up and you will remember.
Why wouldn't we know?
Doesn't that look familiar?
Nope, we don't know her. What do you mean?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
she might be a little upset at us.
Who? I don't know any tiefling bookkeepers.
I was way behind on that joke.
Whoa.
Who?
That's what we're talking. I believe we're talking about Lulu.
Who?
We were supposed to keep
Lulu, the
one
one whose identity you.
I don't know
Did not-
anyone by that name.
We're giving a recap to our
Hang
friend
on,
here.
let me roll an insight check. I don't think a 9 is good enough for me to realize what you're doing. So you don't remember Lulu,
No, I've forgotten her.
the one who said, "Don't let Ray know that I'm the one," and then you immediately let Ray know that she was the one who told us.
Oh, what happened?
Do you not remember
next?
that?
Well,
not
Darling,
very
I'm quite
much.
interested in this story. What happened?
Not much happened next. We
Nothing, and it was we don't really know her. We're not really affiliated. And then my sister was stupid before she died, and then she said something.
What did she say?
Nothing.
Don't you guys have like some
Important.
type of habanero sugar cookie kind of scale?
Yeah.
Sugar cookie to habanero.
What
and
is-
how
what
much
is-
you're lying?
What's
Can't
the
you
lie?
help him understand
Oh,
the subtext
this
based
is-
on?
A sugar cookie lie. Get it? This is a sugar
Oh.
cookie times right now, where we don't know.
So was Lulu a part of the Embers?
No, she's who's Lulu?
She's a bookkeeper.
The bookkeeper.
She's a bookkeeper.
Well, she's not.
Tiefling.
Not bookkeeper, bookseller. Calling someone a bookkeeper is more like they take bets.
Does anyone have like a shovel for me?
Which she might have taken bets. We never asked.
That's true.
When was the last time you saw this
Check your bag
bookkeeper?
of holding.
No, I don't. Never. What do you?
Just
So
We
what
stopped-
was Lulu
She
was
had
the one that
excellent
did what?
biscotti. That's all that.
God, she really did have
Ooh,
accent.
I
And I'm
love
not-
a good biscotti.
Yes, I don't know why I said they were excellent. I can't eat, so I heard they were
But you
excellent.
thought so. Interesting.
They
interesting.
looked like they were
So
well.
she has a
crafted.
bookstore here in town.
She did. We don't
Did?
know how
Should we
much has
stop
burned.
there?
I
or what-
love a good bookstore.
I thought you were gonna say book burning.
Oh no! Grandma, no!
Where were you in a certain time period about
I'm sorry, yeah,
60
which-
years ago?
Be a good book burning, darling.
I'll tell you about
Oh,
when I had to
no.
move to Argentina.
Yeah.
God.
Deplatformed.
Woo!
Um,
Yeah.
All right.
Back on track. Back on track.
Anyway,
Yes, bookstore. It's close.
We know where
maybe
to
it's
go
there.
if it's still there.
But
there
she was packing up and leaving
She was leaving. She probably for the
before
best.
the revolution.
It was probably for the best.
So you remember her now.
She, you know, in spits and bursts.
Interesting, isn't it? Should we go to the bookstore?
Well, we need to go into the city first. But yes, I don't see why we wouldn't.
Should we
There
just
is a blacksmith that we know.
Should we
do
just
need
walk
to.
in
He might not even be
well,
alive.
the guards might stop us, but
as ourselves, or should
it would.
we all stick to Ski?
And
Why would
be
we
some
do
sort of terrible horse amalgam
Yeah.
from
I am
everyone's
Rendinian,
nightmares.
and this is my horse. It is amazing.
With 4 different
Give it a lick.
people stuck to the
Tastes like
side.
Jace raisins.
Give it a lick. What a weird thing to say about a horse.
How is that? What's weird about this? What else do you say about a horse?
Give it a lick.
How often are you licking
Don't-
horses?
I don't get
You don't
it.
have a
It's
tongue.
It's a song of old.
Well, are you talking about Kyle or Gyrus?
Both.
Either.
Either, both
How
weird.
often do I see a horse?
Do you lick them?
That's where our children
Yes.
get it.
Anyway,
What is happening? Are we done with the recap yet?
we finished the recap, but, well, kind of. We don't have a lot to say about Alversea because we left at the beginning of this event, and we don't know. Our purpose is.
And we're like
go
friendly
in-
with Henrietta, but we don't.
And this Lulu, she left at the beginning of this event?
She.
What was the event?
The revolution. You were aware of this,
Bloody
aren't you?
revolution.
Isn't everyone aware of this? This isn't a
everything
secret.
a revolution these days?
I mean, it could be. It might not be. Like, I don't know. Maybe what necessarily is going on in a country. Like, imagine it's a country somewhere far away, and you're just going about your day.
Sure, but
You know,
I
it
mean,
hasn't been that long.
not like
It
there's
hasn't been
Twitter.
that long.
but Gladys has been palling around with the higher ups. I assume.
You'd have to ask her.
Is
I don't know what
Gladys,
she's
are
done.
you aware of?
Whatever you're aware of.
I'm
I don't know
not
a
sure.
lot about it.
Do you follow
Okay.
the local or worldly news?
Sure.
Then-
She reads the newspaper every morning.
Okay, then you would know of it.
And why is Gladys going to Alversea? You have a daughter there? Granddaughter?
Ah, yes, I'm
Niece?
looking for my granddaughter.
Oh,
Why?
yes. What was your
I have
granddaughter's
many
name?
granddaughters.
Which
but
granddaughter
she's my
was this one?
favorite.
Is it
I
Lulu?
don't think you're supposed to have favorites.
No. See, I think my daughter might have gotten tied up with the embers. And we used to be pen pals.
Your daughter or your granddaughter?
Granddaughter, sorry. Keep it straight. Goodness. Can't keep anything straight. But yes, I think... So we used to be pen pals all the time, chatting back and forth. And she told me she was interested in the embers, and then we kind of lost track.
Oh.
I haven't heard from her in ages, and so I'm here to look for her.
Well,
It's probably smart. The embers are. Not like the great. Lots of stuff.
I know a cult when I see one.
Well,
Believe
some
me,
of us don't.
I would never get roped into such a thing.
I know cults as both
Not again.
participants.
Not again.
As both a participant
One
and a
too
leader.
many
Yeah, I was like,
times.
I've ran my fair share.
I've been
Pros and cons.
part
More
of
fun
the-
as a participant and make more money as a leader.
Is that a creed?
Yeah.
Creed.
Well, then perhaps some of our purposes are aligned if we go in and at least see what kind of activity the Embers are doing in the city. We have someone who can tell when someone is an Ember. And
Yes, tell me, dear, how did you get involved?
I don't know a cult when I see one.
I was there.
you do now.
I've been there.
I do now.
I do understand.
Live and learn.
I
Was there a man involved? There usually is.
Charming, handsome.
no.
Rich.
No.
Then why?
I thought I understood.
Yeah.
I now
You
don't
bring
get it.
You're bringing up some good points.
What kind of cult is this? Oh, do you swing the
Oh.
other way?
No.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. What are we talking about?
Which
There's like so many races. What do you mean?
I don't know.
Should we go
I
in
think
as
she
though we're
prefers
looking
blacksmiths.
for your granddaughter?
Oh.
I got on one date with one blacksmith.
100% of the dates you've been on are with blacksmiths. So
Yep.
There we
Before
go.
I've been on dates before I met you, Gyrus.
Willow had an interesting point. That might have been.
Yeah,
Should
but
we
I
all-
want to ignore them.
Should we go into the embers?
No, like into the city as though we're exclusive goal is to find your granddaughter,
Probably.
and no mention of Henrietta at all.
That seems safe.
And we're gathering information because we're trying to figure out where she is.
That seems safe.
And that is not untrue.
Because the Embers have tried to kill us before.
That's true.
Oh yes, absolutely. We are. I believe we are agreed that we are in opposition to that organization as a whole. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I think that is. I also agree that it is prudent that we not broadcast our
Status?
commitment
No queuing the logo.
to the.
logo's
What if
like
the
so
logo
cute,
is
though.
already visible and cannot be covered?
It's like it's just right here the whole
Go
time.
ahead.
Oh no, I think
Oh.
No, just wait. Let's not say who. Like we're getting a little bit of notoriety as a group.
yeah.
Oh, but we're not the charisma company.
In case people
But like
don't
our logo's
recognize
so
us.
cute though.
In case they're looking for a source worth of one hand, and I'm,
Well, it's
walking metal knight.
as you mentioned earlier, whether we go in as ourselves. I don't think that I am able to hide.
We could
Paint.
make you a hat. We could paint them.
Every Gyrus needs a hat, needs a hat, needs a hat, and a pair of fancy boots, fancy boots, fancy boots, and a pair of shiny spurs, shiny spurs, shiny spurs.
Could I get spurs?
Sure.
I'm sure
Cowboy
you probably already
tires.
have them.
I mean, I just
Oh
like push
my
a button and they pop out.
I really want to see Cowboy Gyrus.
Howdy.
You already have the horse.
Why is his
the
voice
horse.
so low?
He's a
cowboy.
cowboy.
He's
Is
pretending
he
to be a different person.
The weird cowboy
like the Dark
that
Knight.
sprays
Yeah.
perfume in Friends?
Yeah.
That's a good
Hombre.
cowboy.
Ombre, yeah.
Time to eat some beans and kick some ass. Mama out of beans.
Gyrus, I made up that song just for you.
don't eat.
Thank you. That was a very lovely song. Anyway,
You're welcome.
it sounds like we have a plan, at least for entering the city. I guess we need to see what remains and who remains before we can really formulate a specific plan. But I do actually, we joked about this, but I do think that perhaps checking out the bookstore is a place to start. We could seek out Benny. We have friendly connections.
Jenny,
Probably avoiding the palace would be a good idea.
seems
Do we know if the brother, the Dai boy, whose name I can't remember, who wanted to purchase me
Unknown.
who
You don't.
loved prostitutes?
Let's say assumed dead.
Okay, but we don't know for sure. He could still be with the prostitutes, so we should probably check out the brothel.
Or he could be
Endymion
disguised
would be
as
just fine with that.
Endymion.
They were very.
Could be.
like his sister
Awesome.
was
Focus.
disguised as a bandit. Was that?
That was the sister. Was disguised as a bandit.
Yeah.
So
It stands to reason that he also would have
That is
acted
true.
in disguise.
50% of Henrietta's siblings disguise themselves as bandits, so odds are the other one also did. That's a good point. I'm definitely good with numbers.
And should we have a code word if someone is an ember?
Pineapple.
How about they're an ember? No,
Oh.
that's too obvious. How about they're a
Remember?
Something with M. It's like
Mazel tov.
monk fruit.
Monk fruit.
Mayberry.
Man.
Okay, Gladys,
Something that
keep
just
it in your
comes up in
pants.
normal conversations, but not quite as much
Monk
as man.
fruit?
Like, I'm starving. You guys want to go get some monk fruit?
Okay,
Man,
I don't know why I have to say this so many times. I do not eat.
monk
And I
fruit
get asked
it
to be like-
is.
Cole.
I'm like, oh, do you guys want to go get some fruit? I could go for a strawberry.
So really, just any
I
mention,
hope you don't do
How about any
That.
mention of fruit with mad rolling of the eyes? Sounds
How about
like
just-
a good
Is the cue for you to see to let us know?
Oh, Christ. Okay.
There's no-
Great.
This
On it.
sounds
This
perfect.
could not go wrong.
This sounds awesome.
I think we have an excellent plan from which to work. So let's go through the gate.
All right.
So we take a step forward to
Activate
aggro
the
the
check.
gate, the guards.
okay.
The guards are like 5 feet away.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Jesus Christ.
They haven't been doing this long, huh?
All
Yours
right.
wants some monk fruit.
You approach. You
He's
approach.
Like, oh, more fruit.
You approach Alversea along the southern road, along the coastal road, getting to this beautiful city. Walking up to the gate. Before you stands a gate that is shut. Usually it's always open during the day, but it is shut. Behind it stands a middle-aged woman with a spear. Sort of shabby leather armor, but that they're the only person there. You walk up, and she says, "Well, what are you guys doing here? What?"
Well, how about this? Oh my gosh.
What? Hello.
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 Hello. Well, I guess I will begin. We are here to...
Look at you.
Okay.
I've never seen something like that before. Wait, what'd you say you are?
I am Sir Gyrus
Uh-huh.
of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
And these are my companions.
Hey,
Hi.
but what are you?
I am Sir Gyrus.
Yeah, I can, yeah,
I'm a warforged.
a war,
A warforged.
War- a war-
A warforged.
a war-
A warforged.
a war,
What is wrong
Warforged.
with
I'm a warforged.
Gosh, jeez.
Yes.
You're
Anyway,
shiny.
that is accurate.
I bet you're just evolves sorts of stuff inside you.
Yes. I encourage you not to try to find it, though.
Oh,
That would be unpleasant for probably both of us.
yeah.
We are here because our good friend and
This is Gladys
inter-city
Yeah.
of the Fiddlesticks.
Uh-huh.
celebrity
Of the
of the Fiddle.
Of the Fiddlesticks.
Yes, the lead.
The Fiddlesticks.
fiddle,
The Fiddlesticks.
fiddles.
The Fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks.
Sure.
You may know me as Lady
jeez.
Winston.
Look at you. You're just what? You're just a weird-looking bunch, aren't you?
Aren't you?
What are you?
Awfully judgmental, but
A fearable.
A fear.
Mhm.
A fear.
Mm.
anyway,
What is wrong with you?
we are
Get it together.
we have come to the city to
Uh-huh.
help Gladys find her
Yeah.
granddaughter.
What's
And
up?
we would like to enter the city in order to accomplish that goal.
Oh, okay.
What's your name?
Oh, my name's Lorraine.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
hello,
hello,
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
It's good to meet you, Lorraine.
Yeah, and good to meet you guys. And what's hey you? What's your name?
Sorry, did everybody go with their actual names?
Yes.
I'm laughing my ass off. Endymion.
I didn't say my name.
Yeah,
Oh, I
No, I didn't either.
Did.
Gyrus and Gladys did.
Endymion. Wow. Gosh, you're cute. If I was 20 years younger. Oh. So you're here to find your granddaughter?
Yes.
Oh. Hey, Nat!
Is this your granddaughter?
Yeah, you're not her granddaughter,
Yes,
are you?
beautiful.
Because that would be very easy.
Nat!
Yeah.
Ned! Just listen. We got some visitors out here. We got a 3 people, a bleep bloop, and a 9 foot Furby, and they want to come in.
9 foot Furby.
7 foot
So
7.
you just go and get somebody and come down here, and you get them. You
a foot.
get somebody and bring them down here to make sure that they're okay.
We are okay. We have our own provisions. We don't need any.
Oh, well, you know,
But
my
we
job
will
to.
take provisions.
I just have to make sure it's okay for the people upstairs and you guys come inside. So.
Perfect.
Who are the people upstairs?
Well, obviously,
Oh,
Ned.
people.
Yeah, it's one
Certain
of them.
people. Oh, Ned's just he's a helper.
Oh, not your husband.
No,
Okay.
he's only 30 years old. He's inappropriate.
No, not inappropriate.
Have never say never.
Is that
Age
so?
is just a number.
Sure, cute.
Still out.
Well, jeepers, what you're an outfit. You're really.
Well, we have to be. The roads are dangerous.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
years.
So, what's your granddaughter's name?
Oh, I'd prefer not to say.
Well, that's not gonna
That's a
fly.
very bizarre name.
That's not gonna fly.
It's long. I'm concerned.
Just the one granddaughter. You don't have to name all of them. Just the one we're looking for.
Oh, well, I have many granddaughters.
That-
20.
Yes.
Yes.
Whoa.
Do you want to know all of their names?
Yes. And then when you get to hers, just do this.
I'm just unsure I want to share it amongst many people because I'm unsure if she's in trouble or not. And I'm unsure who we should share the name with.
Well, don't know if they'll be okay with you just coming in here saying we're looking for somebody.
That's valid.
What, if I may ask, what sort of requirements are there for?
Well, I don't know. That's why I sent somebody.
Okay.
But do you know, like, the name of every person who, like, lives in Alversea now, or?
No, are you assassin?
No. What?
Are you
what,
assassin?
No.
What if
Are
we
you-
are neither assassins nor are we sassing? What? What?
I'm a little bit
What if
sassy.
So if a citizen of the city leaves and then needs to return, do they have to go through the same screening process?
Well, they live here and they can come and go.
And how do you?
Know if
My
they
question
live
is, how do you know if they live here? If they are outside of the gate?
No, I don't know.
All right, that's fair. I
Like I said,
suppose.
Does it
that's
seem
why
like-
I sent Ned to go get them one.
Does that seem truthful?
I guess
But
we
she
can
doesn't
make
know?
insight checks.
Yeah, you can make some insight checks. Whoever's in.
Me.
I am not.
I
Me.
feel like I'm insightful.
17 plus 5 or whatever.
She's telling you
Her truth.
the truth. The truth.
The whole truth and nothing but it.
Or
A
she
very
knows.
simple truth.
She's just there to stop people and kind of address the gate and
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm content to
raise
wait for.
raise the alarm if needed.
I'm content to wait for Ned and whoever Ned gets.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of quiche, Lorraine?
Oh, quiche. That's
I
a
love that question.
that's a rare thing in my household. But spinach and egg.
You don't.
Oh.
That makes sense. You don't care for
Quiche Lorraine.
egg, or
Well, it's just it's a fancy thing. We don't have it all the time.
because of the crust. You're more of a frittata.
I don't know how to make
Ugh.
it. Not just times are tough, so we're not just gonna be throwing money away on baked goods.
Why would you eat a frittata?
Times are tough.
Why would you?
You know, we've been traveling, and it's tough for a lot of people, but it seems like everywhere we go, it's kind of a different reason.
Yeah.
What is making life tough here in Alversea?
Well, various things.
Name them.
Such as.
Well, the after the big, the good, nice places around became a little not so nice, and the places that are a little bit sketchy are downright dangerous. So
Dangerous.
it's just
Oh.
So you keep the gates closed.
yeah,
Yeah, keep it
That's
from
fair,
getting
that's fair.
more dangerous.
sure, yeah.
Sure.
So
It seems like you're doing a good job.
Oh, thank you.
Does it? My friend Endymion would like to know if there is a Mr. Lorraine.
There isn't.
Oh. Endymion, there isn't a Mr. Lorraine.
Can you just
Just
describe your
letting you
ideal
know.
date?
Oh, jeez. You're just coming up with so many questions.
Well, we get here waiting
not too
for
hard,
Ned,
that's cool.
you know.
All you need is a jacket.
And right around then is when Ned and
Ned rescues us from this.
Conveniently, Ned rescues the DM from coming up with...
From flirting with Josh more.
I don't know, it seemed pretty natural to me.
Date.
You know what? You guys did that to me.
And it
So-
was so great.
Ned returns with an individual that carries himself lightly.
Ah! What are you, face?
What?
What are you, Face? What are you?
Can I do this?
Is it not showing up?
He looks
There he is.
sus.
He's a pirate.
Is he the pirate
Just
that we
'cause of
knew
the-
from the pirate?
Just because of
No.
the facial hair.
He looks different and more handsome than that other guy.
All right.
Maybe the weeks have been good to him.
Up walks this individual. Says, "Thanks, Lorraine. I'll take it from here. Well, look at all of you.
Okay.
What's So what business do you have here in Avesy?"
Well, we're here to help Gladys
This is
win.
Gladys from the Fiddlesticks.
Mm.
You know that
you
band?
might know me as Lady Winters.
Well, very nice to meet you, Lady Winters, though I don't...
She's
No,
lead
huh?
flutist of the Fiddlesticks.
Quite
Congratulations.
famous in my day. Yes.
Where have you been, sir?
He's been up.
Not
of
my
the
style.
Fiddlesticks!
It's not my style of music.
Any
How do you know if you've never heard?
maybe
I apologize. I didn't know your exact name.
Sure,
Off-
but
off
you
the cuff.
know the
You-
Fiddlesticks.
I know of them, yes.
Yes,
Mm.
yes.
Anyway, we're here apparently to remind people of what the Fiddlesticks are, and also to help her find
You got a comeback tour. Is
her.
it?
Oh yes,
This is your bed, is
we've
it?
had many.
we're helping her find her granddaughter who has dropped out of communication.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And what, pray tell, is her name? The granddaughter, that is.
Oh, I'd prefer not to say.
I'd prefer you did, or you can just stay out here.
Well, that seems silly.
Is this your granddaughter?
The fella? Yeah. No.
Well, are you sure?
Lorraine, why don't you come on? This fine person, what's your name, dear?
Willow.
Willow. This is Willow. She's a Furbolg. Not Furby. Furbolg. Alright.
I could be
Just had to catch
Furby.
God, Furbies, what a weird thing.
Why did we think that was okay?
Hug me.
I'd love to know if your girls would love Furbies.
And,
So
I'm not sure that you understand what may have happened here not more than a couple weeks ago. How long has it been? We're a little bit prickly about who comes in and who goes.
Look how friendly we are, though.
Well, look how friendly I am as well.
I know, so it's like we should be friendly to each other.
If we want to be friends, then why don't you just tell me what your granddaughter's name is? Because saying that you're looking for somebody who's... and not saying what the name is seems a little suspicious.
I understand, but I do think that you wanting to know her name is a bit more suspicious, and really, you should let
I
these
suppose we're
kind,
at an impasse then, aren't we?
lovely group of people come into your city because we are going to come and pay quite a bit of money to your cafes and restaurants and find a couple friends and really be quite good for business here. Can I do a persuasion check?
Sure.
You're proficient in persuasion.
Really, she's a bard, yeah.
And I rolled a 1.
Great. So I don't think that worked, but maybe.
That'd be a 13 though. Not bad, not bad.
I do appreciate that you're trying to help the economy here. Doesn't really work that way anymore. You'll see once you get in. But,
If you, so we can go in. is what you were saying.
Sure.
Great.
What's your granddaughter's name?
Her name is Lavender.
Why was that so hard?
It wasn't.
Does Lavender have a surname?
Villani.
Wonderful.
Fiddlesticks. I mean, Winters.
All right, and
No, Winters is my maiden name, sure.
right.
But there's so many grandchildren married off into different
That's right.
families.
I forgot how marriage
How
works.
naming convention.
And so this Lavender Villani, where might she be living?
In
Here
Alvacy.
We don't know.
Yes, I
This
understand.
is as much as we know. That is why we are coming here.
No, I guess I
And we
guess I
need
would
your
have her
sweet
address.
help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if she hasn't written back in a while, then you don't even know if she's still
I
there.
know. And I wouldn't want to share this address with this fella.
Maybe have like a neighborhood.
Well,
Right,
you
are there
know,
different
times
neighborhoods
are
that I could say, like,
rather-
you know, like,
Yeah, there's neighborhoods.
yeah, so I could say, like, 5 points or something.
Sure. Absolutely.
What's a neighborhood of
5
ours?
points. That works great.
5 points.
5 points.
Oh, ugh.
I know.
Now I might know why you haven't heard from her in a bit.
Well, what does that mean?
Maybe there's a few
Well,
less
5 points
there.
has never really been the safest of neighborhoods.
But I've heard it's turning over.
The wrong direction.
Oh,
Probably like 3 or 4 points now.
It's rapidly losing points.
If anything, I'd say it's more points, like pointy ends of the swords, things like that. More dangerous. Yeah. Right. All right. Well, why don't we do this? We'll let you in,
Okay.
but why don't I come with you? I'd like to make sure that this Lavender hasn't been harmed.
Lovely. You can help us.
Perfect. And you're all here for the same reason, yeah?
Delight.
We are
Roads are
escorted.
dangerous.
Yes,
How do
these
you
are
think
my
she
escorts.
got here?
Well, Fiddlesticks must have done well to have
Oh,
4
but they
escorts.
did.
The
You're ahead of
Fiddlesticks!
us.
Great.
Let that sink in.
Very well. Open the gate, Ned. Ned!
Do Ned. Yeah.
Ned! Open the gate. And he goes and does it.
What was his name? What was this guy's name again?
You never asked.
What is your name, sir?
I apologize. I should have introduced myself. It's very, what's the term?
Gentleman.
Rude.
Sure.
Rude.
Did you introduce yourself, madam?
No.
Or you?
To
Just
Ray,
in habit.
yes.
So,
Yeah.
allow me to introduce myself. My name is Farlow Krask.
Farlow Crest.
I'm sort of a liaison between the acting guard and the consulate.
And
Lovely to meet you, Farlow.
who is the consulate?
Well, why don't I tell you as we walk? All right, so the gates open, and you are escorted along the roads. As you're walking, you notice that a lot, maybe all of the businesses have either boarded up windows or shattered windows. Lots of blackened buildings that were burned. The streets are pretty bare in this area. You see some people kind of coming and going, mostly just the men. From time to time, you might see the image of kids in windows, but as you walk by, the moms maybe bring them back away from the windows. Farlow says, "So you had a question about the consulate, did you? Well, the consulate is sort of who's running things now. Oversee. It's a I've been practicing this word. A bicameral legislature.
2 camels.
Yeah. So we've got the scripters. They're the ones that do the writing of the rules. And we've got the 200. The 200 are delegates that propose the legislation.
And how many of those are there?
I think 200.
200.
That stands to reason.
And then there are
Probably named.
the elders. Now they are
But if it's the elders is the third, or the 200 are the elders?
let's see. It's
By would indicate 2.
so it's the scripters are both the 200 and the elders. You know, the legislature. So there's the 200 and the elders. Now the elders are picked by some special individuals that are former embers, or not former embers. There are embers.
Former and present?
They are embers. I misspoke.
NPCs aren't allowed to do that.
You good?
Okay.
So yeah, that seems to be what
And where
the smart people have decided is the best.
and where do the 200 come from?
Oh, they are voted on. Everything's voted. Everything is democratized, apart from the fact that the elders have to be part of the embers.
And are there also 200 elders, or is that a smaller group?
That's 100 of them.
100.
Yep.
Okay.
The 200 are the ones that propose the legislation, and the elders are the ones that'll veto and
Or prove it.
things like that.
Interesting.
They're the ones that appoint the taxmen and officials and things like that.
Curious.
Along the way, you pass by Lulu's tomes. It is all the glass has been shattered. The book shelves are almost completely empty. And you can see some black, sort of charred cobblestone in front of her shop. All right, so we're about halfway there to the to 5 points. Looks like you're well equipped, and if you're with me, you should be just fine. Let's just say, don't go over here at nighttime unless you've got an escort.
Speaking of that, where would be a perhaps safer place for us to find lodging in the evening?
Well, that's a good question. I don't think any of the hotels are in working order right now. Things are a bit up in the air, if you will. You might be able to find some rooms at one of the hotels.
Are any of the temples still
Sure, you can try them too.
operating?
What's your policy on urban camping?
That's a question probably for someone else, but why don't you try it and see if you get moved?
You're my favorite person in the world.
We have a 10.
Just
So.
asking.
All right, you
real
get
practical questions.
you get over to 5 points, and you see some rough characters for sure. He's kind of leading you along and says, "So, where exactly in 5 points are we going?" Miss
Next to the
Gladys?
cafe.
Cafe in 5 points.
Yes, a small cafe named Cup of Joe. I
Cup of
believe
Joe.
it was.
Not familiar with it. Let's see if anybody around might.
Yeah.
Oh, you know where it is. Why don't you lead us there?
No, I've never been. We only
You just know about the cafe. near
Yes.
your
Pen
grandpa.
pals.
pen pals.
Right.
Yes,
Do you know what a pen is?
Roll some deception checks.
But
I'll let
Is
Gladys.
Isn't
this,
this
is,
the
this
truth?
is this untrue?
I thought that she's kind of
That's
making
not true.
things up in
Oh.
order to deceive, so that you don't give away.
Oh,
Isn't
okay.
that That was the subtext that I got.
Sure.
Yeah,
This is a totally made-up person.
23.
The
Okay.
granddaughter is. Oh.
Looking for the granddaughter, but I gave
Yeah,
a fake
but
name.
she gave a fake name of an individual.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's crazy.
All right, so you pick a house that is particularly run down, if not maybe already burned up. How about that?
Sounds good.
And so no dwelling for that individual. And do you want to roll a performance check to show your grieving face?
Yes, pure tears. Thanks for not making me do it myself. What kind of check? Performance.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great. Yeah. 28.
All right. Now actually cry.
I know.
In real
Gladys
life.
gives a great performance.
All right,
Just hysterics.
And he's like, this is not great. Okay, he kind of like backs away a little bit to let you kind of deal with the moment.
I cry into Jairus' arms.
I take a scrap of parchment and have us all sign our names.
Gladys is suitably confused.
I offer it to him as though like he can sign it. And then I hand it to her.
Everyone except the four of us are like appropriately confused.
Is,
All right, well-
is Jairus confused?
No.
Or does Jairus
Oh, would
actually
Jairus
think
have... Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you would probably think it's my granddaughter's house.
I guarantee I would not see through this. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But the signing.
The signing is because giving a signature makes people feel better. We,
Yeah,
learned,
have
we
to
learned
take
that
that.
at
With the other bard.
Yeah, we learned that with the other bard at the
That's
Shadow
cute.
He's
Stone.
little. And he gave me a signed thing after my sister died.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
So I learned that that's how you comfort people. Or sad. Give them signatures. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
All right. Well, you kind of compose yourself. Says, why don't I escort you out of this neighborhood and get you back over to some slightly more appropriate setting?
Oh, sure. I could use a tea.
And you can stay in the city as long as you need. You apologize. It's unfortunate to see such a thing. But
You're far too kind, Farla.
don't give up hope. It's possible that she just maybe found some place that wasn't burned down.
And why would it have been burned?
Lots of...
Who would do such a thing?
Well, during the...
Love that pointed yes.
Unfortunately, during the revolution, a lot of bad people take advantage of situations, and not even bad people, even good people get caught up in a mass fervor, and bad things can happen to good people in a revolution, and so it's tough to say.
That was important.
Which are you?
What's that?
They're bad people or good people. Which are you?
Seems like a rather rude thing to ask. Would you say
You
so
said there were.
myself?
You described there are two types of people.
Oh,
When
he's
you're-
obviously good.
When you're
not.
when you're speaking to somebody, don't ask them if they're good or evil.
So tell them.
This is no. Willow and I are both. She and I are both learning the proper ways of communicating with people. So
Were you here for the revolution?
I am a resident of Avesy.
So yes.
does he have?
Mhm.
Does he have a green flame?
He does not.
Oh right. I forgot my entire job.
So far, neither Lorraine nor Ned nor
Great.
Farlow have
That's excellent because I forgot I was supposed to be paying attention to that. So cool. I'm doing so good.
I might mention it because it'd probably be pretty noticeable.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, all right, I'll leave you here. If you need anything in the future, I'll be at the what do they call it now? Well, it's the castle. I don't know if they've come up with a name for it yet. But you can ask for me there.
oh, thank you. You've been very helpful.
Well, obliged. Good evening to all of you.
Bye,
Good evening
Farlow.
to you, Farlow.
All right, and he leaves you be.
Bid you farewell.
Alright, so are we going to talk about, like, whether this granddaughter's name is really Lavender and whether she really lived in 5 Points? Like, you better be spilling
Okay.
some tea, Gladys.
Her name really is Lavender, but she did not live in one of those homes. I just didn't want more company. This is a nice company, and we should keep it small.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
No, he had no charisma.
No,
And why?
no riz from that fella.
Riz!
No riz.
Perhaps as the charisma company, you could sell him some Riz at an affordable price.
We are a company. We really ought to set it up as a subscription service to guarantee continuing revenue.
A subscription company is the way to make more money. It's a good idea.
You're really looking for a way to make passive income.
Well, we get other people to sell it, and then they get other people to sell it too.
It's not a pyramid scheme.
It's not.
It's a triangle.
It's a triangle.
Pyramids have 4 sides.
So you are in sort of the middling district of Alvacy.
Alright, well, you better be spilling some tea, Gladys. What are we doing?
If do we have time to continue our search, or is it kind of like late in the day and we should be finding a place to stay?
No. It's we'll say it's like 4 or 5 o'clock or so.
It is.
So, if that was not where your granddaughter did live, then where should we be looking?
Well, the reason I was so interested in your friend Lulu is she's mentioned Lulu in her stories, or in her pen pal ship.
Her
Call
letters?
them letters normally.
Yeah.
Letters. She's mentioned
missives?
Lulu in her letters, and that she went to
Epistles.
the library quite often.
In your
She lived
correspondence.
close to the cafe near the library.
Close to the cafe near the
The biblioteca.
library,
Lulu's Tomes or
or
the library?
Lulu's shop.
Is it not a library?
She was a
No, she's a
bookseller.
bookseller.
She made money off of them. We gave
Ah.
her, if
Quite
I
a bit of
recall,
money.
a decent amount of gold. Probably more than we've spent most places.
Sure enough.
We
Yeah.
did-
Well,
we
I
did-
can't remember the letters perfectly,
but we should
but
start
I
at
think
Lulu's.
that's a good start.
I think we should return to Lulu's as well.
Okay.
If there are books in there that need to be rescued.
All right. You.
I think they all got red.
What do you think happened to all the sticks?
What happened to all those books?
Did they get eaten?
All right. Walking over to Lulu's Tomes,
Lulu's Tomes.
you get to the front of the shop. What's your? You have some pretty high passive perceptions. You see lots of what looks like ash, even some pieces of books, like paper here and there in the gutter and all around.
So sad.
You go to the front door that is sort of hanging open and slightly ajar.
Let's go in.
When
Well, of
does
course.
a door become ajar? When it's slightly open.
Thank you. Magic of words.
It wouldn't be that hard to find a different company. Here we go.
Now
Be
that
fine.
is the definition of Riz.
Seconded.
I don't think that's
I'm gonna write that
at all.
down. Liz. Bad pun.
All right.
No,
Liz
Riz.
Riz.
When does a door
Riz
become
has
a jar?
Riz. The Riz Master.
You walk into the shop, stepping on some broken glass here and there. The smell of smoke is still kind of in there. The soot is pretty significant. You can see fresh footprints going to and from the back room, which is where Lulu it's her dwelling, and to the front. And so it looks like somebody has been either staying here or something like that.
Ooh. Can we tell by the footprints if they're big or small?
They are slight.
Like tiefling size?
Like little Lulu's light?
Tieflings are human.
They look like, who who's got good like survival or investigation, maybe?
What about perception?
That's good survival.
Go ahead.
Good investigation. Survival.
Survival.
Nice. She's surviving.
Yeah.
26.
Okay. They do seem like women's boots.
Oh.
What are we doing?
I don't know, hand signals apparently, but nobody knows. Some bongos,
What are we doing?
some sleeves that need shortening.
I'm rolling through my memory banks to try to pull up the sign.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go.
Lulu, are you
Okay.
are you home? Lulu?
While we're doing that.
You hear the sound of what maybe a piece of silverware falling on a plate,
Oh.
and then silence.
I creep forward stealthily with my sneaky ass
Okay,
boots.
roll a stealth check.
With my
With
sneaky
advantage, I believe.
sneaky ass boots.
With advantage?
Don't you, as a shadow monk, have advantage on stealth? Just all the time?
yes, I
What
think
if you
so.
start playing really soothing music on your flute?
That's definitely not
Yeah.
alarming to anybody to hear music out of nowhere.
Soothing
It
music.
is 23.
Okay.
That would be nice.
It's not
All right.
soothing if you're.
Tell me
trying
what you do.
Sneak forward with my sneaky ass boots. What? I'm thinking.
I just yell out, Lulu, dear!
Oh, God.
Is that
So
you?
you do that, and that's when you hear the clanging of a eating utensil on a plate, and you say, "Everybody, chill."
Everybody on mute. That's what I say. And then, I'm gonna creep forward with my sneaky ass boots, and then I'm gonna.
Only probably not with a 23 stealth. It probably is.
Oh, right.
You're silent up to the door. A door squeaks or it doesn't squeak. No matter how sneaky you might be,
Alright.
a door squeaks or it
That's a
doesn't.
good
I try
plan.
to peek my head in sneakily.
Unless you've got oil and
Could be a squeaky ass
time.
door.
All right, so you tried to squeak open the door.
Yeah.
And the person inside goes, "Ah! Stay back! Get out! Get!" And this individual is inside. "Ah, oh, hey!"
She's cute.
It's not though.
Is it lavender?
No. Is that lavender?
No, it's not loud.
What do you want?
She's cute.
I'm arrested by her cuteness. Well, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Looking for our friend?
We were just looking for our friend. Her name
I
is
start
Lulu.
playing the flute now.
Her name is Lulu, and she used to run this bookstore.
She starts crying and gives you a big hug.
Ah!
Is it Lulu in disguise?
Is it Lulu's friend? Lulu's daughter.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Lala. Lola.
Name's Mimsy Stillwater.
Mimsy, you're pretty cute.
I can't.
Almost like the
Mimsy.
Mimsy Stillwater.
That might
Name's
be
Mimsy.
nice.
In what relation do
I'm
you
also
have?
a friend of Lulu's.
A friend.
Insight?
A good
I have it. Me. It's me.
Roommates.
It's me.
It's me.
It's gotta be. I could too.
Maybe. Where is it?
Just rolling
Right after history.
No.
17. 17.
Okay. She's a friend.
She's a friend. Ooh, we love it.
Less scandalous, but yes.
Wait, what do you mean?
What
What's
were you thinking? I thought
So-
it was gonna be a lover.
name's?
She is. Oh, did I miss?
Did you not see a
She's a
wink?
friend.
I didn't see it. I
Your
didn't see
passive
it.
perception is very low.
My Riz is
Um,
really dropping.
Your Riz is on the floor.
Just because she knows doesn't
Right.
mean just because she knows doesn't mean Gladys knows. You know.
Yeah.
I know.
You don't have a shared
and
mind.
I
It's not a
see
hive
it
mind.
in
Gladys
her
is
Not
face.
yet, at least.
I know.
You
Playing
can
the
also
flute back here.
you can also play that up. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I have
Like,
no idea.
because- You guys are-
Mimsy Stillwater?
Book friends. Yes. Name's Mimsy Stillwater. What's yours? Oh, you've got a lot of people. She like looks back at the little room. It's like, you can come in, I suppose.
That's kind.
That's really nice of you.
you see a lot of like dirty dishes in the sink. She looked back because it's not really like an entertaining place, and so it's gonna be tight.
That's fine.
I can stay out here.
Can I get you some tea or something?
I would love a tea.
Some chai, I think, is all she had.
I love chai
Lulu
tea.
did make a great chai.
Okay.
You know, if you
I
say
don't-
chai tea, it's just saying tea.
Oh, chai chai.
Chai
All right, so she's like shaky and nervous and clanging around, and she looks kind of like sleep deprived and pale and sort of sallow in the cheeks.
But still adorable.
Are there any
Still
house
adorable.
plants?
There are some that are not thriving right now.
Oh, they're about to be.
Thrive. We gonna
Did you
burn
come to
them?
my
Just
house?
kidding.
There's a tiny little window that if you like get in the right angle, you can see the ocean from. That gets like a sliver of light throughout the day, and you can see that her herbs are lined up perfectly for that little portion. And they're all
Does Ty have a crush on Mimsy?
and so she's like, and so she makes the tea and brings it over.
I don't.
So how did you guys know?
No, you definitely
I
don't.
really don't.
How did you guys know
My
Lulu?
heart's not Benny.
Yeah.
We
We met Lulu some weeks ago, and we like books,
love books.
and
we bought some.
Well then,
And she gave us biscotti. Well, she gave them biscotti.
that's
and
Lulu.
Chai.
yeah,
She
was
was
really
very
kind.
sweet.
Do you know what happened to her?
No.
Is she a number? Is Mimsy a number?
She's not.
Did she know
You say it out loud.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't say out loud, right?
Rizmaster Fresh over here.
Litter Dragon is just catching up. This is Mimsy Stillwater, by the way.
I straight up
Um,
want to be that busy. That
Lu-
is you, Al.
Lulu's friend.
We
I actually don't know what happened to her. When the fires broke out, I just locked the door and grabbed whatever weapon I could find and just kind of bunkered down. And then once things kind of calmed down, I ran straight over here. All of her books were on fire and she was gone. So
But no sign that.
and like her eyes are just watery, just on the verge of a total.
And how long ago
Waterfall.
was this, Mimsy?
It was the time of. I need to look back at the timeline here.
Oh, fair. That's
A
fair.
month.
Has it been that long?
Maybe.
No way.
A few weeks.
Couple
it's hard
weeks.
to. I don't know.
a
I'm gonna s-
month at
well, the-
least.
The revolution. I'll say it's been 2.5 weeks.
Whoa, that seems short.
All you did was go down to Alversea, or down to Arstelia, and now back up.
Yeah, but we went all the way to the Embers,
No, we
Which
went
was
from
outside of-
Alversea to the Embers.
to the Embers HQ,
Uh-huh.
then back.
Okay. Let's say 3 weeks.
And then,
3 weeks, good.
plus there was the whole orc siege, which
Mhm.
was at least a week.
All right. We'll say 3 weeks to a month.
Okay. Still not very.
It's been not a long time in the grand scheme of things, but a long time for a missing person.
It's been...
Long way.
Not.
Looking around, she opens the pantry and you see like some real bare shelves.
Does the city have access to foodstuffs?
Foodstuffs. Is that what you said?
I don't eat. I don't know how to approach this.
There are
Foods.
they are handing out some food. They're sort of rationing it right now until they can figure out the right way to do things.
Well, then it's very kind.
Do any of the
Appreciate chai
surrounding farmlands that were beholden to the Dai family, and thus do you know if they are providing food? Are they now subject to the king of Arstelia? Are they...
Well, I think it's kind of a mixed bag. So maybe I'm just thinking of what they might do. Some might think an unstable government might not pay them. Some might think I'll just sell my stuff to Navogur or to one of the other towns nearby. It's there's a lot of influx, and so I don't know. I don't know what they're planning.
Yeah. Back to the matter at hand. So you came back, and but there was no sign of Lulu, no indication of violence or any other.
No.
Did Lulu have any other friends?
Oh, she had so many friends.
I mean, she's adorable, so.
She is.
And have you spoken with any of those friends?
No one knows what happened to her.
And they haven't, I'm assuming that means they also haven't heard from her.
If they have, they didn't tell me.
Was Lulu an ember? Did we already ask that? You already knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
She believed they were pure and had the best things in mind, and they may still. But I was a little apprehensive. She told me about them. But I don't know. I got some alarms were ringing in my head to be like, I don't know about this whole thing. It seems too good to be true.
Did she try to push it on you?
No, she would never.
Quite kind. She says.
Yes.
It seems like the Embers are like running things.
Kinda.
Have you like been over there to check if Lulu's with them?
I've asked, and I just am getting like a shut door. And there are a lot of people looking for a lot of people.
Lulu's like a staple in the community.
Yeah.
Aside from the elders, presumably at the castle, is that where the legislature does their work? We are recently arrived in the city. Do the Embers... Is the city partitioned? Does it seem that there is an area where the Embers are and an area where the not Embers are? Or...
No, they're totally incorporated. Okay. It's not that the Embers are totally running things. I mean, there's what did they call them? The 200 or something like that?
That is what we're told. Yes.
Which are made up of like Embers and non-Embers.
Okay.
So.
They do seem sneaky.
They certainly do. We also had or at least some of us had our doubts about the Embers as well.
Okay.
And we were offered...
Should I jump on
I would,
so
and I apologize. I would offer you some food, but I'm kind of...
It is no
I don't
worries,
really
I
have
do not eat.
much here.
Can we offer you some food, dear?
We do
when
have
was the last
some
time you
rations.
ate? Maybe we do have rations.
I ate last night. It's about 5 p.m. now.
Pish posh, here's some beef jerky.
Alright, you pull out some rations.
And grapes.
And she very coyly takes it and appreciates it, and she puts it off to the side. Maybe you could ask people at the castle.
I mean,
that is likely what we will do.
You seem way more capable than I do.
Don't say that, Mimsy.
I mean,
we're capable of some things,
I mean,
and notably incapable of others.
Well, would you like to join us, Mimsy?
What?
If we go to the castle to ask?
maybe.
No, I kind of want to stay right here just in case Lulu comes back.
That's nice. I think that's a good idea.
So.
And there's nothing left, nothing of hers that she left behind. No, perhaps telltale
She kind
notes
of left,
or journals.
actually everything behind. She
Like
could
she
just,
left
it's
quickly?
it's as if she, left quickly or disappeared altogether.
Interesting. I guess I should be more specific. You said all of her books were burning.
Yeah.
Did
Th-
she
there's-
burn her books?
Presumably there was no
She would have done her.
indication of where she might be going. Obviously her living materials are still here, but no particular books left untouched, or nothing that could perhaps point in a
No, it
direction
seems like
for
the
adventurous sleuths such
it
as
seems
ourselves?
like the mob just. I mean, you'll see all the restaurants, all the shops. They were all destroyed in the name of equality, essentially, and all the books, all the goods, all the things were destroyed in this, like, I heard it described as like this animalistic, just fury. I don't know. People seem to be pretty upset.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you would have to be if you're going to start a revolution. So,
What of do you know a blacksmith named Benny?
Benny,
Valid question.
I feel like I know of him. I don't really have a lot of use for a blacksmith. Sorry.
Sure, that's fair.
We were just wondering if he was still alive.
Still singing.
Yeah, I don't, yeah, I don't
Gaz
know.
blushes, like her whole side of her shaved head is like red.
I'll say that, you know, the people, while they were stupid and horrible, they didn't murder the people who could do things like a blacksmith. I'm sure he's probably fine.
Interesting.
It was mostly the... Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what they could have been thinking. It was horrible. There had to have been a better way.
They murdered some people, though?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we are aware.
They murdered a lot of people. Anyone that they thought was in the nobility, aristocracy, monarchy, anyone who had more money than anyone that you could envy.
Would Lulu
Essentially.
have been one of those people?
Well, she was a wealthy shop owner. So, and she like starts to like her lip starts.
Guilt.
Sorry.
She was only wealthy because we paid her so much.
And then just guilt overrides you.
no!
Really
books
ruined
we
it for
bought.
Lulu.
I'm a cog in the capitalist machine.
Welcome.
And when you mention that maybe she was murdered, her lip starts to quiver and she kind of shuts down a little bit.
I don't. If the embers were
Doesn't seem like they would murder one of their own,
No.
does it?
out of, no,
Oh, right. I keep forgetting.
if they were the instigators of this
And she was,
this bloody revolution.
Would you mind if we poked around a bit to see if we saw any clues for Lulu?
Certainly. Yeah, I don't know what you'll find, but feel free.
Poke around. Are there any books that are still intact?
Who has proficiency in investigation?
Got a +5.
I've got
In investigation?
Uh-huh.
Fireball and Firebolt.
Bard.
So
nope, not me.
both of those.
Did you say fireball and firebolt?
Does anyone have proficiency in investigation?
No.
Just me.
You have proficiency in it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Doesn't someone have guidance?
None of us.
10.
I-
I think I have guidance.
I have
yeah.
guidance.
I have guidance.
You can cast it on yourself, right? Or
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so add a D4.
I will read because I just took it.
Yeah, I
Just-
know.
yeah, D4.
D4.
DMs always know more about
Ability
the
check.
players than the players know about themselves.
Oh, use yours.
To be
Gladys.
fair, I've only had it for 2
13
sessions.
still is not great.
13. Okay. You can see. I mean, most everything is blackened, or a mess. Shelves are knocked over. One shelf is slightly askew, and you can see sort of scratch marks on the wood a little bit, where maybe this shelf might have been moved from more often than just the once. You go and bend the shelf over, and you can see a piece of the wood is slightly higher than the other ones.
Trapdoor.
You pry that piece of wood open, and inside you find a journal.
Well, we should get that to Lucy. So many things she has.
Well, yeah, but we should read it first.
There might be
we read it.
clues.
After we read it. For
Clues.
clues.
That's
do it
right.
together.
So fast.
and you do
Lulu
that.
is not a
You guys don't
child.
know about it.
Ooh, perfect. I
only
just
she has
pocketed
it.
Oh,
it. You don't
damn
know.
it.
Say
Even
her better.
I'm just like, guidance and walk away.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fair.
No,
It's
it's
an
fine.
investigation check. It's going to take a little time to investigate the
I'm
area.
sure we're all looking.
It's not like you're just like constantly just.
From the corner, I don't even know it. I pocket it, and I have no idea. You know.
In the meantime,
He knows that I
Show
know
what's
it.
in it. Let's read it. I know I don't know about it, but
It depends on what Gladys does.
Ooh,
with it.
no. I'll keep it a secret.
no. What the
Gladys
fuck,
doesn't know how to read.
Gladys? Spoiler alert.
She only knows how to read music.
There's no drawings in here.
Useless.
This is nonsense. This isn't music notes.
I'm gonna ask Mimsy if she can point me in the direction of the Temple of Torm, if there's one in town.
Sure. Yeah.
Or Tyr, but probably
All of
Torm.
those things.
Yeah.
Any major
It's a major
city is going to
city,
have
I
a
think.
temple of either a utility temple that caters to all the lawful good, or temples specifically for those individuals.
Sure.
This is the second largest city in Esmerin, and so it's got a temple for pretty much everybody. All the main ones.
I wouldn't go right away, but I would.
It's something you're interested in.
Probably be a good idea to check out.
I need to drop off my literature.
All right, so you pocket
Did
the.
we find anything,
Journal.
collective people?
I found directions to the Temple of Torm.
Wonderful.
We found a very lovely gal, didn't we?
Aw.
Mimsy, very kind.
What the fuck? There it is.
This
I'm
bitch.
Is this
mad. Suddenly, no longer a fan of Gladys. But Baz obviously doesn't know shit.
Huh.
Are we in an area where people have gardens or like plant food that would or plant things that would produce
maybe
food?
some individuals that have some rooftop gardens, things like that. It's pretty common for people to have like a little something like in their areas. Like some of the buildings don't have yards and things like that. More like apartments, if you will.
Okay.
So maybe like an Olive Garden.
Unlimited.
Do you feel appropriately shamed?
If they have
no
an-
reaction from anyone.
What's funny
All
is
just stared
people
at
who
him.
love puns always get the same reaction, but they'll never stop. They never get the hints that nobody wants to
I
hear
love
them.
puns.
They will
That
never
was
end.
Stupid.
Also-
The thing is, it's not for you.
It's only for you. I feed off of your disgust.
I've seen what you cheer for. Booze need-
All right,
wait,
so you
if
pocket
there-
the journal,
If there is,
and perhaps some places have some rooftop gardens.
I'm feeling
Tomatoes
torn
everywhere.
because in order to
Sounds
actually like enrich land, it takes 8 hours to cast.
Yeah, it's more for like a orchard or a farm. I
Yeah,
suppose.
but I can like I can make the plants become overgrown in her particular.
Well, that helps no
To
one.
make it-
You're gonna have
She just-
so much basil.
She just turns around and she's like, ah! The plants are like, ah!
I have
It's like
invasive
she suddenly
weeds.
has Audrey too.
Yeah.
And it's like,
You mentioned
ew.
corrupt plants.
They've
in
got to
the
have a
city.
shared garden, right?
Hey, do you guys, like I said, seem capable?
Yeah, we're semi-capable.
I thought
So
this was Kyle asking.
Keep it
For a second, I really did.
I can't do girl voices very
No,
good.
you did. You're doing great. It's not that at all.
Um,
I just really thought it was you asking at first.
If so, our water has been causing some problems. around.
What do you mean?
It
Can we get rid of this guy? I don't
It's,
like him. He's stressing me out.
Uneasy.
I don't like him.
if you don't boil it thoroughly,
Ooh, it's bad.
people are becoming sick with some pretty unsavory symptoms.
Oh, no.
And the kids are affected the most. The kids and the elderly. You just seem like
We must
people
fix
who
it.
maybe know how
We
to
must
handle that.
fix it now!
Oh my god.
Where does it come from?
I don't
Where
know.
is the source?
I don't know.
Where does
I'm
it go?
simply
Is it a
saying
reservoir? Is
I
it
have
a cistern?
no idea how the water system works in the city.
Have you gotten sick?
I'm glad that your fervor is there, but I don't have any information. I simply am bringing this problem to you because I feel like maybe you would know.
Help
Talking
is on
about
the
it, we
way
need to
again.
go.
H2O, hell no. Let's go.
So
Okay.
just throwing that out there is something that maybe you can
Excellent.
handle.
Enjoy your herbs. Good luck.
Thanks.
I hope that Lulu appears,
What kind
or
of
that
sick
we can
are
find
the
her.
people getting?
You shush. We're still
Um,
talking to Mimsy like
not
regular.
like
The
turning
first-
into
Children are sick. We must go.
The first symptom is they lose all their hair, including their eyebrows.
I don't drink water. Is that normal water behavior?
No.
That's
Their
bad.
ears
It's not.
start like
It's not uncommon.
oozing earwax a lot, and if you don't wash it periodically, it'll harden and cause like problems, I guess.
Sure.
Yes, I've heard
And that's
this.
like the first parts. That, from what I've heard, they start having like a cough that gets worse and worse. They start getting like sores on their bodies, and then I apologize, but their eyes start bleeding.
So,
And
worst
they-
case scenario.
and they'll die
We
eventually.
can just go with.
I simply wrote not great shit.
Classic case of the
I went,
Sorbaldi
who's here?
customs.
Earwax.
Well, that's
So, yeah.
intense.
So, piece of advice: boil your water here,
Thank you. Will do.
like for a while.
Do we have a
You want to
name
be
for that?
sure.
you wanna be
Sorbaldi
sh-
customs.
Purify food and drink is, I think it's a higher level, is it first level, something like
Someone
that. It's not a
has it.
cantrip,
I
right?
got
Purify
it.
food and drink would
I don't
be
think it's a cantrip,
It's a
though.
cleric spell.
We
Oh.
had something for that.
I do think we have it.
Unless you're immune to disease,
I am.
you can just drink all the water you want.
I am immune to disease.
You can just slam that shit.
We do have a scroll of purified
This
food and
doesn't
drink.
bother me.
We do. So if we find
Scroll of what?
How do you become
Purify
immune to
food and drink.
diseases?
Oh, okay.
From a long
That's
time
a
ago.
monk thing.
How
be
do
a,
I do-
be a
do I
monk
do-
or a
How
warforged.
do I make that happen in my real life?
Mm.
Oh,
Are you
gosh.
a monk or a warforged
How I would love.
In real life.
in real life?
All right, so we have a pocketed journal, and it sounds like a very
Bring it
important,
up again.
a very important quest. Just
Yes.
trying to bring it all.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to
Well, it
speak
does
to
seem like
Mimsy about?
finding Lulu is probably more important than the water.
Yeah.
At
Some of
least
us
to
are immune to
Jairus.
disease.
Yes, but many are not, including Lulu. So if she dies of a disease while
You don't
we
know. You don't know if she's immune to disease or not. You don't know.
It's true.
Going back in my memory. Yes, I do know.
No, you don't.
We need to do this. We need to do this
you
now.
Don't know.
Well, you know what? I don't understand. You're right.
What time of day is
Sounds
it?
like a
I'm-
Rolodex.
Like 5.
Yeah. Going through the.
Five.
Well,
Well, we should
why
find
don't
the
we
water.
find a place to stay the night?
I think that
You
And
guys
we
can
can
stay-
devise a
You
plan.
can stay
for
here if you
what?
want, but it's kind of a mess.
We have a
Oh,
tent.
We don't
well,
wanna
we could do that. We
impose.
do have a tent.
we could set up a tent and a hut in your
Set
up bookshop.
Set up a little
Safe haven.
fire of books.
Ah, sure.
Or not.
What the fuck is doing?
We could set up the tent, or we
Get
could go
it
find a temple to
together.
sleep in.
What's
But
the
yes.
cooler spell that is like a Harry Potter tent?
Yeah.
I gotta
Mordecai's
upgrade my tent.
Magnificent
The one that's
Mansion.
cooler than the tent?
Uh-huh.
The little dome? Yeah, Mordecai's Magnificent Mansion,
Magnificent
Mm.
Must
which
have
is
that.
a straight up mansion equipped with people who serve you
Wow.
and an endless amount of whatever food
We
and
need
drink you
that.
want.
Save up for that.
It's-
Any room that
I
you
will
want.
do whatever
Like
I can to
heroes.
make
Like
sure
We
that's
need
what
that.
it is.
Yeah,
Pure-
it's
Spelling.
Great, good
very
job.
good.
Yes, I will make sure.
Excellent.
Like pure imagination.
Uh-huh.
Whatever you want.
Come
Okay.
with me.
Every
It's the little
solution to
pony
all
cat.
of our problems.
I love that.
The little ponies are all
You
there.
need something to purify water? Let me go into my mansion of magnificent Mordenkainen.
More? I think that's what it is.
Nailed
Go
it.
go catch a mansion.
I think it's actually just a doorway, and then when
Oh.
you go into it,
My
it's,
God,
it's,
Minzy's
Oh my
like,
gosh,
holy
it's
shit.
incredible!
Yeah,
Then you
it's
just say,
an invisible doorway.
water purifier.
How much?
And
how
it
much
shows
is
up.
that?
All right, so you're going to stay here and help clean, or do you have prestidigitation, things like that?
I do.
You can see that she's been trying to clean up, but the soot is
Ooh, I have
something that
mending.
like she has like a broom, and this is something that needs like soap and water
Yeah,
and
it's
a
just
lot
kind
of
of like
elbow grease.
doing nothing.
Yes,
Oh, Mimsy.
Okay.
but like she has nothing. She has nothing.
Well,
So,
if you guys are gonna do that, Jairus
We
is
have
going
to help
hire.
Mimsy.
Yeah, great. Okay. Gyrus is gonna
Time
run
to
to
fancy
the
this
temple.
place up a little bit.
He's gonna run to the Temple of Torm
Okay.
and speak to the
I can.
the priest there about what they're doing about the water situation,
Uh-huh.
and get any information he can
Okay.
about that.
Good.
All right. Okay. The more important thing is cleaning montage.
Mhm.
And I'm
Montage.
circling. Do I conjure a bunch of animals?
Yes, I
to
was
help,
gonna
like-
say Willow calls all her
Yes,
animal
no
friends.
moment.
Dirty books your days through. Press the digit all into.
Oh my lord.
All right. You play a little tune while everybody cleans
We
with their
whistle while we
magic.
work.
Certainly. And the prestidigitation does fine work getting all the soot and the smell and everything else. Everything
And
looks
my
like
mending.
gleaming. Mending to
Mending
help all the
crushes.
bookshelves. The glass windows, I think, is something. Well, mending has a very particular.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to have all the pieces to mend them.
Yeah.
I don't think you can like create glass on
You could make a little trip to the
Hardware store?
Yeah, the hardware store.
Cute.
Or I guess you could just board
Yes,
up
those
the windows.
those
with-
historic
yeah,
bookshelves
how-
doing really well.
How much cleaning makes it a target for further vandalism?
This spell repairs
True.
a single break or tear in an object you touch, so not quite.
You can
such
fix
as-
one pain.
Yeah.
Such as a broken chain link,
Yeah.
Holy shit.
2 halves of broken key, a torn cloak.
Maybe,
So not
This is important,
quite.
people.
maybe
These
you
are
could work
important
on the
things.
door.
You can't just
Hinges?
go on stage.
You could fix the door
with a
hinges.
torn
So
cloak.
you could fix the door hinges, but like
As
maybe we
long
need
as
to
the
board up
break or
windows.
tear is no larger than 1 foot in any dimension,
Yeah.
you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage. Let's see, components, 2 lodestones, but you don't need them. The spell can physically repair magic item or construct. The spell can't restore magic. Okay, so yeah, you fix the hinges in the door, maybe some of the smaller glasswork in the door, the shelving, things like that. You use your prestidigitation to get rid of the soot, things and that kind of thing. It takes a while.
That's what that
Gyrus
looks like?
Gyrus hoofs it to the Temple of Torm.
That's what I was laughing at. I was just picturing you running down the street. Ding, 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 ding. Just.
Like Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's more like very fast.
Okay, that's much better than I was picturing. Like
Um,
the Tin Man running down the street.
You, as you guys are working, you notice some people eyeing your horses outside.
Ah!
Try touching them. See what happens.
I mean, my horse is quite gorgeous, so I get it.
Try licking them.
Yeah, he will.
You
That's
never
what
even.
you do.
You never know.
Fair enough. All right.
Gus would do that.
What is it that you'd like to ask? So you enter the temple. It's full of people.
Oh, well,
Hello, fellow
This is-
Tormians.
less expected, but good to see.
It's not like a mass or anything. It's just a place for people to be if their house is
Sure.
unusable.
makes
Things
sense.
like that.
It could be Tormians. You don't
There's a
know.
huge pot in the back of the church that's over a fire, and huge barrels next to it, and it appears that they're just making as much water as they can.
Holy water.
Purified water.
Boiled, purified water.
You know what? That's how they make holy water too.
And then they
Just
just
boil
pray
it.
over
I
it.
think it's
Did you know
distilled.
They
Yeah.
boil the hell out of it.
that
That was
Kinda
Gotcha, 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 gotcha.
Anyway,
Sometimes
So-
they will.
Hot
are there donation? Is there a donation coffer?
No, if you there isn't.
Well,
There usually is, but
I'm writing it down.
they
has
probably
your wisdom?
wouldn't leave it out.
has your wisdom. Yeah.
Bad.
Okay. Kyle would know if you're going to give a donation, you give it directly to maybe a priest or something.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah. Jairus is like,
You
Where am I
just throw it
supposed?
in a pot of
Where am I
water.
supposed to put my gold?
you just throw your money out there.
I think I've learned better than that.
Kids, duck your heads.
I will approach whoever I can tell
Okay,
is in
sure.
charge.
You see, you're not really sure who might be in charge, but you there's plenty of priests wearing the garb of Torm.
Okay.
You walk up to one of them. They all have the same voice. Oh, hello.
It's you learn it in preschool. In
Tormians.
Torm seminary.
Tormesian.
What can I do for you?
Well,
Tormian.
there are actually a couple of points that I would like to discuss with you. My name is Sir Gyrus of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Order of the Gauntlet.
Yes, I have come to understand that the Order is somewhat defunct, and there are...
Order of the... Oh! From way back.
Yes. I am also dealing with the confusion of it not being around anymore. So, I I have some literature. I pull out my pamphlets and stuff.
Oh, you could come prepared.
That we, yes, of course, always being
What
prepared
is it I
very
can do
important.
for you?
Well, in this regard, you could allow the temple here to become at least a distribution point for information about the Order of the Gauntlet. We are seeking to re-establish chapters throughout the realm and looking for willing and faithful members who would be willing to pledge their service and do good for the sake of righteousness.
You're looking for priests of Torm to join?
If the priests decide, but this, of course,
We do have a bulletin board. Feel free to pin any kind of literature you want up there, as
Okay.
long as it isn't vulgar.
Oh no, I assure you. I proofread this multiple times. So I'll go over and I'll pin a brochure and then I'll leave a stack underneath.
Okay.
So if anybody asks about that,
Mhm.
please direct them toward the brochure, and my contact information is in there.
Very good.
You can-
Oh, in Australia.
Mhm, mhm.
You've made the trip all the way up here, I see.
Yes, that is accurate.
And just for the spreading of the word of your order.
No, as I said, I have multiple things to talk about, but in the introductions kind of led that way to begin, and I was allowing it to be organic. But more to the point, it seems that you are boiling water for
Well,
the
the
purification.
people need water.
I am fully aware of that. Where
Whoa!
is
Sassy Gyrus.
the source of the water for the city?
Oh, that is a fine question. I don't have the answer to that question.
Do you know who would?
Well, I suppose you could go to the castle and ask who is in charge of the water distribution.
I suppose I could do that. May I ask where you filled these barrels from?
Oh, sure. There are aqueducts that feed a lot of the major buildings, including a lot of the temples. So they have running water. The running water is not usable right now unless boiled, but they do have running water at a lot of the major areas. There's large, like stone. I wouldn't call them wells, but I guess it's kind of a well. But they're sort of about 3 feet in depth, where people can come and take water as much as they need to.
Okay.
Throughout the city. So there's and it's always flowing, and it's coming from one of the larger rivers from the mountains.
Okay.
That feeds through the
So
city.
we understand that, and everywhere in the city is experiencing this plague.
Oh, that's a fine question. I really hadn't thought about it. I would have figured everywhere had.
Okay.
Perhaps not.
Well,
Just a moment. He goes and asks a few people. He goes and talks to a few different people. By the look of the way they're dressed, they appear to be socioeconomically in different places.
Mhm.
He comes back to you. Well, it appears that not all of the areas were affected at the same time. Nor are they continuing to be affected. It seems somewhat sporadic in nature.
in your opinion, does this appear to be a naturally occurring sort of disease, or does it appear to be
I wouldn't-
a magical, more of a curse or something?
Oh, I wouldn't venture a guess in that. I simply put my faith in Torm that we will find our way through it, and that no one is breaking the law.
Well,
That would be a horrible thing to put upon people.
Oh, but of course, and that is simply why I'm asking. I feel it is essential that we discover the source.
Certainly. If you do, please let the authorities know.
Okay.
You've been out
So
of
then
Gyrus.
Is the aqueduct? Yeah, I've been like, oh, this is off-putting. Is the aqueduct like around the back of the church?
It's underground. It's sort of a
Is it big enough for a gyrus to crawl through?
Would you like to ask to access the
Yeah.
water pipes? Okay.
I would like to see where the water is coming from.
He says, well, certainly, right down here.
Okay.
You couldn't do much more harm that's already been done.
I
It
am
is,
very clean.
it is big enough for you to get into. You can see that the water is sort of flowing, and they have a unique way of getting the water up and to the different areas of the temple. But yeah, it's gonna be tight, but it's about 2 feet wide, 2 feet, and so you can
Gyrus
fit.
Shank Redemption.
Here we go.
Wait for us.
What's your wisdom? No one went with him.
No, yeah.
No,
You
It's
left
like-
Gyrus
my-
unattended.
My
He
wi-
ran out
He
of
ran.
no, I booked it.
As we're
My-
cleaning
my
with,
wisdom is a
with
minus
animals
one.
and
In the
singing
future.
songs.
Ran.
He needs a buddy.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna,
Just
I'm,
in
I'm
the
gonna
future.
make a wisdom roll just
He
to
needs
see.
a
Go for
buddy.
it.
No, we should never split the party.
That's a 9.
It's way too late.
I know. But we're
Okay.
cleaning with animals.
Jump into a.
I'm thinking I would try to. I think he would go at least a
Okay.
little bit, see if he can get somewhere.
All right.
Gyrus.
Yeah, just get in there. a little
Okay,
bit.
so you climb down into the open well
Oh my God.
that they have access to, and you find where the water's kind of flowing through.
Mhm.
You start trying to sort of crawl through the water, the water pipe.
It's like gushing
I'm
towards
very strong.
It's a lower flow. Otherwise, we'd have all kinds of different problems. But it is still a ways, and then you come to a juncture.
Which way is the water coming from?
Both ways, man.
You
How
feel
could it be
around
coming from both
You
ways?
feel around, and you get the right direction. And you continue walking or crawling, I guess.
don't
Go
have
ahead
to
and make a
move.
Constitution check, or you know what, athletics.
If only you knew someone who could turn into something that could swim.
22.
Oh, you're doing fine. Okay, you continue crawling.
Time is of the essence.
And I mean, your movement speed is halved as you crawl. You get to another junction and continue going. Make another athletics check.
All right.
God, he's so far away from us.
If it's been, I mean, I would say, with my internal clock running,
Okay.
if I go an hour and I'm like not I don't find anything,
Mhm.
then I'll
Okay.
go back.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we're like fully chanting songs and drinking
That's a
chai
14
tea.
on my
Yes.
athletics.
One of us is like,
Okay.
where's Gyrus?
We'll say that you're starting to get a little
Dancing.
fatigued.
Okay, then I would turn back.
Okay. Do you go ahead and roll a survival check to figure out where you came from?
Yeah. That's good.
As you pass by a lot of
I got
offshoots.
I got a 10.
Oh god.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
Gyrus.
Things just got interesting.
I'll just end up somewhere else.
And then
These all go
ask for
somewhere.
directions to the temple.
Yeah.
That's true.
Shows up in the castle.
All
pop out
right.
and go,
So you pop out.
Drive by Gyrus.
Not at the temple.
All right.
Ooh, I love this.
You're
Who's Toad?
you rolled a 10.
Mhm.
Okay, you're kind of in the vicinity. We'll say that you get out in one of the hotels. Getting out of it, you see this individual. Turn off the church
It's still
music.
the city.
Who's it gonna be?
person looks like this in...
Hello, sir.
You get out of the water system area that you can try and find an access to. Go ahead and roll one more athletics check. If it's under 10, you have a level of exhaustion.
No, I said 20.
Okay, you're fine.
86.
All right, so you climb out into a locked room. You don't see this individual yet.
Oh, okay.
Like,
All right.
it's just a dark room that you're locked in.
All right, well, I'm going to try to get out.
Strength check.
Sure. I mean, I have thieves' tools.
You can try and use those.
No, I'll just do this.
Are you proficient?
Yes.
Okay.
Question mark?
Somehow. What did your boss teach you?
A lot of weird
I
shit.
was designed. If I need to open a door, I have it in
Maybe
my hands.
maybe the children were locked somewhere they couldn't get out of.
Yeah, the kids lock doors at stupid
They
times.
That's
They
why there's a little
love-
hole in the.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, they love door. Anyway, I got a
And no locks on most of it.
16 on my strength.
Okay. You rip this thing open.
Okay.
Oops.
It's currently broken.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
sorry.
I will. I take out a gold piece and I just leave it next to the door. And for the rest of
With a sound, as you're putting a gold piece down on the ground, you look over and this individual comes out. Is there something I can help you with?
No, I got the door open. Thank you, though.
How'd you get in here?
Through the waterway. I was investigating the waterways to perhaps find a source for the plague that is affecting them, and I got a little lost. Oh, I'm Gyrus, Sir Gyrus of the Order of the Continent. Who are you?
Renard Boucher.
Hello, Mr. Boucher. Master Boucher?
Renard.
Renard? Oh, well, we are on first name basis. That is very friendly. I'm sorry to have intruded. I got turned around in the aqueducts. This was not
I'm
my
not sure I can let you leave.
I'm not sure that is going to be a concern of yours.
Just dive back into
Hey,
the water.
fellas. And out come some very heavily armored individuals.
Is there a window anywhere?
Not where you're at right now. You're in a stone
Oh
walkway.
no, Gyrus is
right
gonna
now.
get captured. Abort, Gyrus,
Never
abort.
fucking find him.
Self-destruct!
If only you could get into your magnificent mansion.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's start running, boys.
Just one moment, Sir Gyrus. Who sent you?
I sent
You're
myself.
surrounded by some pretty formidable-looking individuals that look like they know how to handle themselves.
Sure. I sent myself. I was going through the waterways to attempt
for a cookie cutter.
to find
Sugar cookie line.
potentially the source of what is causing all of this disease. You've told me your name, which is very friendly. I do not recognize it. I don't know who you are or why.
Why don't you follow me?
Okay.
He leads you over to the stairwell, and you go down into the basement, where more of these very heavily guarded individuals are.
I seem to have stumbled upon something.
If you're looking for the source of the contamination, you didn't find it. I've got one question for you. As you have no friends in the area, you've got no way out. The door closes behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Whose side are you on? The new order or the old guard? And that's where we'll leave the session.
super good.
Fuck is this dude?
Renard.
Boucher.
Renard.
Renard.
Boucher.
Boucher.
The new
Boucher.
way?
The
Or
new.
The new order or the old guard?
Okay.
As in, are you
Yep.
pro-revolution or against the revolution?
Enemy of the people.
And so that is where we'll leave this evening. Until next week, I think should work. Yes.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, we will
now.
find out. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
All right.
Have a